She had no idea what was about to happen. Her life was almost over. Just because the shelter ran out of space, she was going to be euthanized. I'm Heather, and this is the story of how Jun held on to life. Jun had been found wandering the streets. She had just given birth, but sadly, there was no sign of her puppies. Her body was still full of milk. They took her in, and she stayed at the shelter for 40 days. But the shelter became overcrowded, and she was placed on the euthanasia list. When I saw her photo, at first I smiled. But when I read the details, that she was out of time, my heart sank. Something inside me just knew. This dog belonged with us. I wanted her with me, so I started making calls. All night and the next day, I contacted every rescue group I knew, but no one could help. That night, I cried myself to sleep, and then something like a miracle happened. When I woke up the next morning, there was an update. A rescue team based in Texas called Dogs Fight Back, a group that mostly saves pit bulls, had pulled Jun from the shelter at the last moment. I ran to my husband and said, "We have to bring her home." Without hesitation, he said, "Yes, we do." I called them right away. They did the adoption interview, and before Jun even left the shelter, she was already ours. After a tough 3-day journey, she stepped off the van and jumped straight into my lap. It was like she already knew she had found her family. We arrived home around midnight. She was tired, but the moment she walked in, she acted like she had always lived there. And that very first night, she curled up in bed and slept with us. At the shelter, they had found a microchip under her skin. It turned out June had once had a family. They tried reaching them for weeks using the information on the chip, but no one ever responded. Maybe the contact details had changed, or maybe their situation had, but none of that matters anymore, because now Jun is with us. She's been in our lives for 6 months. After losing our previous dog, Briley, there was an emptiness in our hearts. Jun has helped fill that space with so much love. She and Briley share the same gentle, empathetic spirit. Sometimes it feels like a part of Briley is still with us, living on through June. I live with a few autoimmune and neurological conditions. Some days the pain keeps me in bed, unable to do much. But June is always there. She lies quietly next to me, licks my face, and with her presence alone, helps me heal. She's not just a dog. She's a piece of our hearts that we didn't know was missing. If June's story touched your heart, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. And if you're thinking about adopting a pet, be sure to speak with professionals so you can make the right choice. Saving a life might just save a part of your own.